What's up, little pup? What's up, little pup? Hi, buddy. Everybody loves you. You know that? Did you know that? What's up, guys? Okay, just me today. So, had a question about my hot water heater. Alright, so mine is made by Furrion, and I did notice that there's not really any information out there on these as far as installs go, so I'm going to show you guys how I installed it. So, first things first, let me grab a flashlight. Alright, so up under here, this is where my Atwood used to be, okay? So you can see the unit isn't like super huge. Try and get a better view here. So, the way that this is installed is that is my cold water, and that is my hot water outlet. Down here, I don't know if you can see it, but that is where my LP goes in. I just soldered a connection onto the original LP gas line, so I cut it, soldered a new connection on it, and got the end that fits to that. And it's just a standard flare. You just tighten it on there and, you know, till it stops leaking. So I know that's kind of a bad way to say it, but you know, they don't want any kind of putty or anything on some of these. This one is made out of brass, so the inlet going in is brass, and I believe the actual connector there, I can't remember, I think it was brass also. Anyways, this kind of just retrofits into the original water tank. So if you have like an Atwood, like I think it was like a 3.5 gallon or 4 gallon or whatever it may be, it should fit right in there. Now I'll show you the door outside real quick. Hold on, we're gonna walk out there. So on the outside, sorry about all the banging, I'll cut that out. Okay, so this is the original door. They make a smaller door. Mine was the bigger one, so this one I think is 15 by 18. So sorry it's so dirty. I had to put this on there because I had a weird leak coming through the top. So that's what this does, is it keeps the water from getting in there and messing with the condenser. There's a fan that, or heat exchanger, not condenser. This isn't air conditioning. This makes it a little unserviceable, but this is my fault for the way that I installed this. I know what I did wrong, and I will show you guys what I did wrong right now. So, the way that I installed this, I didn't put this in there quite right, so it's causing this to leak down, and it drips down into this tray down here underneath and gets sucked up into that fan. So what I did is I just kind of figured out whenever it was raining one day where it was coming from and just put that on there. Now, the big thing about these is you got to pay attention to your water inlet outlet pressure. What I mean by that is sometimes whenever it's really cold outside, this won't work. So you have to adjust your temperature accordingly. You also need to flush this and clean your filter out. So this is the filter down here. I cleaned it out recently and then put my new mark on there to remind myself that I had done it. So, I mean, it's pretty easy. You just pop the old one out, put the new one in, hook it up. It's literally 2 leads. One goes to the positive, one goes to the negative. I put an inline fuse in there even though it is fused. Ran my water, and that's pretty much it. You do have to watch pressure going in and out, but just put your water regulator on your hose and you'll be fine. This is the diagrams to kind of fix things if you need to, but literally it's just 4 wires. They're super simple to hook up. 2 go to your battery and the other 2 go to your display, and you can't hook them up backwards. They're universal in some way, I guess, because I hooked it up both ways. There wasn't any coatings on the wires or anything. They're just blue wires. So, but yeah, I mean, you just put the unit in, screw it into the wall, center your door, and then caulk around your door. This caulking is getting kind of old, and I dragged this thing all the way across the country, so it's kind of ugly, but yeah, pretty easy. All right, so the thing about this is that you want to remember is I just set it to a temperature. So 104 is more probably closer to about 106. I don't know how accurate this thing is, but whenever you turn your hot water on, it'll kind of do its own thing. You'll hear it kind of start up, and then you'll watch your temperature rise. Okay. Now I'm all the way on hot water. I don't have any cold water. So now it's staying stable, but there you go. There's 106, 108, 109. Let it run for a minute, and it'll kind of even out the temperature. So 104, 106 degrees. It kind of hovers around there. But what we figured out is that if you run cold water with it, it causes the temperature to rise. And that's because of where we're at relative to sea level and the water pressure here. I've tried everything. I can't get it to stop doing that. So we just run it solely on hot water, and that fixes the temperature issue. At least for me. But there's also a possibility that it needs to be changed. The other thing is, do not turn your water off while you're having a shower, or it will come out cold for about 10 to 15 seconds, and I mean cold, and then it'll get hot again. So remember that. Thanks for watching. This is just a quick video to show you my Furrion tankless hot water heater. Highly recommend it. Get you one. They're about 600 bucks, which is about what it costs to replace one. A standard 3.5 gallon water heater. So, oh, also this runs on DC, so you can use it even if you don't have power. So if your power goes out, you still have hot water. Pretty cool. Have a good day.